Michael Saylor is known for innovation, disruption, and taking big risks in the future of finance. He once led a traditional software company, but made a bold move that transformed his business and started a global conversation about digital assets. By investing $1.1 billion in Bitcoin, he turned MicroStrategy into a leader in the cryptocurrency world. So, let's explore his journey in today's video. Michael J. Saylor is an American entrepreneur and business executive. He is the executive chairman and co-founder of MicroStrategy, a company that provides business intelligence, mobile software, and cloud-based services. Saylor was born on February 4, 1965, in Lincoln, Nebraska. Because his father was an Air Force Chief Master Sergeant, Saylor spent his early years on various Air Force bases around the world. When he was 11, his family settled in Fairborn, Ohio, near the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. In 1983, Saylor enrolled at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology with a full scholarship from the Air Force Reserve Officers Training Corps. At MIT, he joined the Theta Delta Chi fraternity, where he met Sanju Bansal, who would later co-found MicroStrategy with him. Saylor double majored in aeronautical and astronautical engineering and the history of science. Although Saylor originally intended to become a pilot, a medical condition prevented him from pursuing that path. Instead, in 1987, he started working for a consulting firm called the Federal Group, Inc., where he focused on computer simulation modeling. The following year, in 1988, he became an internal consultant at DuPont. There, he developed computer models to help the company predict changes in its key markets. His simulations even predicted a recession in many of DuPont's major markets in 1990. As of 2016, Saylor had been granted 31 patents, with 9 additional applications under review. Using funds from DuPont, Michael Saylor founded MicroStrategy in 1989 with his MIT fraternity brother, Sanju Bansal. The company initially focused on developing software for data mining and later shifted to business intelligence software. In 1992, MicroStrategy secured a $10 million contract with McDonald's to develop software for analyzing the effectiveness of its promotions. This success led Saylor to realize that his company could create software to help businesses gain insights from their data. Saylor took MicroStrategy public in June 1998, offering 4 million shares at $12 each. The stock price doubled on the first day of trading. By early 2000, Saylor's net worth had reached $7 billion, making him the wealthiest person in the Washington, D.C. area, according to The Washingtonian. In 1996, Saylor was named Washington High-Tech Entrepreneur of the Year by KPMG. The following year, Ernst & Young named him Software Entrepreneur of the Year. And in 1998, Red Herring magazine included him in their Top 10 Entrepreneurs list. In 1999, the MIT Technology Review recognized Saylor as an innovator under 35. In 2014, after facing criticism from major investors, Saylor chose to take a symbolic salary of $1 without any cash bonuses, but with stock options. According to Bloomberg, he exercised these options for around $400 million in the first quarter of 2024. On August 8, 2022, Saylor stepped down as CEO of MicroStrategy, but remained as the company's executive chairman. Phong Le, who was the company's president, succeeded him as CEO. Saylor stated in a press release that as executive chairman, he would focus more on MicroStrategy's Bitcoin acquisition strategy and related advocacy initiatives, while Phong Le would handle overall corporate operations. As of 2023, Saylor owns 2,407,408 shares of MicroStrategy, which is about 18.1% of the total outstanding shares, giving him 64.7% of the voting power. In March 2000, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, charged Michael Saylor and 2 other MicroStrategy executives for inaccurately reporting the company's financial results over the previous 2 years. In December 2000, Saylor settled with the SEC by paying $350,000 in penalties and returning $8.3 million without admitting any wrongdoing. This financial restatement caused the company's stock to drop in value, leading to a $6 billion decrease in Saylor's net worth. On March 16, 2020, Michael Saylor sent a 3,000-word memo to all MicroStrategy employees titled, "My Thoughts on COVID-19." In the memo, he criticized the recommended measures against the disease, calling social distancing and economic shutdowns soul-stealing and debilitating, and predicting that global life expectancy would only drop by a few weeks in the worst-case scenario. Saylor also refused to close MicroStrategy's offices unless legally required. The full memo was briefly posted on Reddit and later republished in the Washington Business Journal. In his journey, the most notable achievement was his investment in Bitcoin. Michael Saylor is a strong advocate for Bitcoin, believing it will eventually replace gold as a major store of value. He has described Bitcoin as essential for capital preservation and likened buying it to purchasing a desirable property. According to Saylor, Bitcoin is the apex property of the human race. In July 2020, during MicroStrategy's quarterly earnings call, Saylor announced plans to explore buying Bitcoin, gold, or other alternative assets instead of holding cash. The next month, MicroStrategy invested $250 million of its cash reserves to purchase 21,454 Bitcoins. MicroStrategy continued to build its Bitcoin holdings by adding $175 million worth in September 2020 and another $50 million in early December 2020. On December 11, 2020, the company took on debt by selling $650 million in convertible senior notes, using the funds to increase its Bitcoin holdings to over $1 billion. By December 21, 2020, MicroStrategy had accumulated 70,470 Bitcoins worth $1.125 billion at an average price of $15,964 per Bitcoin. By February 24, 2021, their holdings grew to 90,531 Bitcoins, acquired for $2.71 billion at an average price of $23,985 per Bitcoin. Despite concerns from some observers that MicroStrategy was becoming a Bitcoin investment firm or ETF, Saylor, who controls 70% of the company's shares, dismissed these worries. Between October 1st and November 29, 2021, MicroStrategy bought 7,002 more Bitcoins for about $414.4 million in cash at an average price of $59,187, increasing their total holdings to 121,044 Bitcoins. In August 2022, Saylor stepped down as CEO but continued as executive chairman to focus more on Bitcoin. On August 31, 2022, the Attorney General for the District of Columbia sued Michael Saylor for tax fraud. He was accused of avoiding over $25 million in DC taxes by falsely claiming he lived in other places from 2005 to 2021. He first said he lived in Virginia and later claimed he was a Florida resident. MicroStrategy was also accused of helping Saylor evade taxes by incorrectly reporting his address to tax authorities and not withholding DC taxes. Saylor responded by saying, "I respectfully disagree with the position of the District of Columbia and look forward to a fair resolution in the courts." In June 2024, Saylor settled the case by agreeing to pay a $40 million fine. However, he sold up to 400,000 shares in the first 4 months of 2024. With the plan nearly complete, Saylor has made around $370 million from these stock sales. This profit is due to the huge increase in MicroStrategy's value, as the company is mainly a Bitcoin holding firm. Michael Saylor's journey is an exciting mix of innovation, risk-taking, and strong belief. From creating a successful software company to leading a big push into Bitcoin, he has made a big impact on technology and finance. Whether his big bet on Bitcoin will be successful in the long term is still unknown, but one thing is clear. Michael Saylor is a name linked with disruption and a drive for the future. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content about key figures in the financial world.